Hello, welcome back and welcome to the channel. If you're new, we are a princess and you might hear people switching in and out, voices changing, dialects changing, gender changing, names changing. Alters will be switching in and out, conversations. We're going to be talking about my diagnosis of BPD, also known as borderline personality disorder. My symptoms, my story, it's going to be different, but roughly similar to other people's. I don't have the DSM-5 in front of me, so we can't really read from the diagnostic book, but we'll discuss it. So I'm just going to go over symptoms, and this is an 18 plus channel. If you're not 18 plus, please and thank you, do not watch our videos and content. If you are 18 plus, welcome to the channel. We do autism unboxing videos, age regression, ABDL, little space, talk, play, conversations, and mental health autism. So, to describe what borderline personality disorder is, its similarities, not the same, similarities to dissociative identity disorder. I know they're two different diagnoses, but we're going to talk about BPD, not DID. If you want that, check out my other channel, my first channel, which is Baby Emily #1. But it's basically like, for me, I feel like I'm always on edge. I feel like everyone's trying to kill me and hurt me. They're out to get me. They're going to use me. These are just symptoms I go through. I'm sure most people with BPD, borderline personality disorder, or dissociative identity disorder, similarities, go through this feeling. So, also, we're always on edge, and we're going to kind of describe it as a burn victim. You know how burn people always have, like, scars on their face and deterioration on their face? It's kind of like that for us, but without the physical burns. So we're always like, if something happens to us or we get into conflict with somebody, we're kind of like, don't be with me. Don't bother then. Go away. You're going to break up with me. You're cheating on me. You have cheated on me. Who are you talking to? It all has to do with the mental brain up here. And we're always thinking, I'm going to hurt you before you could hurt me, as a self-coping mechanism, self-defense mechanism, because we don't want to be hurt. So, like, I'd rather just break up with you than you break up with me so I don't get hurt. Or it's an off and on relationship, which is, like, chaotic, but I don't know. Sometimes you wonder, staying friends with benefits is better. I don't know. But, so, also, symptoms of BPD is mood swings, sensitivity to hot and cold. We think mentally black or white. Not like the color black and white, but mentally black and white. Like, there's no middle ground. Like, there's no, well, there's a solution for this, but not this. Or maybe we can finagle away this way, but not that way. No, it's either black or white or right or left. There's no in between. There's no fixing it. It's either A or B or black or white or all or nothing. That's how people pretty much live their life every day with BPD, borderline personality disorder. I'm just going to start using BPD so you guys know what I'm talking about. Instead of saying borderline personality disorder, it's just easy, BPD. We have rapid mood swings. Some of us, spend money. Some of us can be sexual. Some of us can use drugs. I'm not saying me or us, but people with this diagnosis have done this. So if this relates to you, give it a thumbs up on the video if you like it. And thank you for my last video. I've never got that many views. So if you guys like that video, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because you never know what happens on this channel. My last video I uploaded. So, yeah. But anyway, all those people that viewed that video, you should subscribe to the channel. It helps. If you like that video and want more, or don't want more, or want something similar, or kind of similar. Anyway. yeah, so symptoms of BPD also, like, besides the whole black or white or nothing mental brain chemistry phase, we also go through, like, spending money, gambling, being sexual, non sexual. We can also be in rapid mood swings from super high highs and low lows of depression, from sleeping for 4 days straight, not showering, bathing, or shaving our legs or vagina. We can also be on top of our game and go clubbing and go hang out and do karaoke and hang out with our girlfriends, which we don't have. Um, Symptoms of BPD is also mood swings in conversation, talk, and build up, like stuff that stresses us out. We may not handle it in the right, appropriate way. We may handle it kind of like, well, you yelled at me yesterday and I didn't want to talk about it because you were stressing me the hell out. So now I'm going to give you all my anger and frustration now because we can't handle it no other way. Or we'll just block and delete you and ghost you and red light you, and that's another way of handling it also. Or we might text you only and not want to talk to you on audio. Or people with BPD symptoms also don't acknowledge their feelings. It's kind of like we'll throw it like a baseball or a tennis racket when the ball comes back at you and you hit it. Like, oh, it's your fault. That's how I'm feeling. Or you triggered me. Or you annoyed me. Or, well, if that's how you feel, goodbye. Or it's kind of like a mental health up here. Mental health diagnosis, like symptoms of like, it's like a protective shield. I don't know how to, my words aren't really talking right. It's kind of like, how you say it? Defense mechanism. That's it. Defense mechanism. Kind of like, get away from me. We don't want to be bothered with you. We're just gonna get a fat cat, and be friends with a cat, and that's it. No boyfriends, no girlfriends, no love, no friends, no sex, and we'll be happy with that. Those are other symptoms of BPD. What you can go through with symptoms or going through. If you relate, hey, let me know. Comments below if you relate. What else? Binge shopping, binge purging, recycling clothes, recycling donation shopping, binge and purge cycle, and this can be done to food, clothes, sex, drugs, shopping, talking to people, being introverted and getting away from everyone and everything, including social media and this account. It can be very extroverted and everything's extrovert and we're up and beyond and we're out there. So there's a lot of BPD that I've not. This might be a part 2 video. I might be breaking this up if I end it short. But yeah, what else? Other symptoms of BPD. We like to isolate ourselves. Sometimes we can go out and go shopping, go to clubs and pubs and all that stuff. Some people may drink to diminish the pain that they're going through mentally. Or we're going through mentally, but we don't drink, thank God. We don't smoke cigarettes, thank God. We don't have a drug addiction, thank God. We don't have a addictive personality, thank God, when it comes to drugs and cigarettes. I think we have an addictive personality when it comes to pushing people away, shopping for toys and dolls, or also people with borderline personality disorder, BPD. Making friends is very difficult for us. Keeping friends is difficult for us. Like, for example, why haven't you called me? Did something I say bother you? Am I annoying you? Am I the annoying one? These are just things we may say out loud or in our head, so stay with me on this video. You haven't texted me in 3 hours or half an hour. You haven't texted me in 2 days. You haven't called me in a week. You haven't called me in 3 days. You haven't called me in 5 minutes. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with us? Did you do something wrong? Did we do something wrong? If that's what goes on with BPD, borderline personality disorder, BPD, in our mind, because it's always rapid switches and rapid mindset in our head, up here in your head. According to the DSM-5 book, a diagnostic DSM-5, it's up here in the brain, in your mind. It's almost like it bothers us, and we're always very empathic people, very sensitive people, at least for myself. Not all people with BPD suffer from this, but most of us do. We're always like, I could help you. I could fix you. Oh, let me be your friend. We're always desperate and we jerk off people's egos. Not literally jerking them off, but figuratively speaking, jerking off people's egos. We used to. We're getting better. We used to, and I'm not saying we like to, but we used to hang out with narcissistic, selfish people. Those people are very hurtful in our cycle, in our mental psyche and mental friendship cycle, or in general, your life, you guys, me. If you can relate to this, comments below, thumbs it up. If you hang out with people, hanging out with people who are selfish, narcissistic, one-sided, and one way in a friendship, people with BPD tend to flock and go towards those people because we want the attention. We beg the attention. We crave the attention. Even if it's not good for us, we'll beg for it. We cry for it. We're sexually addicted to it because we want validation. People that suffer with BPD, borderline personality disorder, BPD, need validation, need to be told they're good enough, need to be told they're loving, need to be told they're a good friend, or I can't talk to you right now, I'm busy, we'll talk to you tomorrow, whether it's in a text message, a voicemail, or audio call or video call. People that suffer mentally with BPD need good, positive validation, not negative validation. Either way, we'll fish it out, but I suffer from this. I've been through this. I'm going through this at this moment right now as we're talking doing this video. So I'm just giving you symptoms of what I go through and what we've heard from my therapists, psychologists, psychotherapists, and psychiatrists and therapists out of the DSM-5 diagnostic book of mental health diagnoses. People like me, BPD, suffer from this. So I'm sharing my story. And also, it's really bad. It's a very up and down, fucked up mental health cycle that is very toxic. And also people who suffer from BPD, borderline personality disorder, BPD people, end up wanting this attention constantly. They crave it, and it's really sick and disgusting. We're trying to get better, and we're not even on medication anymore because of, we gotta lose the weight, so thank God for Ozempic. But we still hear the voices. I'm probably going to end the video here because we'll do a part 2. So subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want more. But I can't think of anything else to say. But there's going to be definitely a part 2 to this. So I'll put part 1 at the end of the title. But people that suffer mentally with BPD are just really not good mentally. And sometimes we're better off by yourself than with the wrong company. And you are who you hang with. And it's hard to talk about because we're also struggling with relationships with boyfriends, friends, teachers, people that live in a hospital building, staff. It's really difficult to make friends. We don't want to make friends because we've been hurt and abused and fucked over. And it's like, you know what? I'd rather just be by myself because we can't trust. We don't want to trust. And it's weird because our personality is very extroverted, but our mental disorder is introverted. So it's a very huge conflict with BPD. And this goes on and on and on, mind you, when you suffer from this kind of mental health diagnosis. This is an everyday occurrence affair, 24/7. It just doesn't go away with medication. It may tame it down, but it doesn't go away. So I'm going to end this video, and there'll be a part 2. So if you want more videos with us in it, subscribe, hit the notification bell. See you in our next future video. Change your nappies, feed yourself, drink water, be the best adult baby you can be. And if you like this, give the thumbs up and a like. And thank you for the last like on my last video.